for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Western Kentucky's offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, the running back has it. And the Hilltoppers pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the ground with the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains. At the 44. The Hilltoppers are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
They'll run play action. Floating away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The toss to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. It's reverse. Headed to the end zone. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I tell you what, I love the versatility of wide receivers nowadays. You can hand them the football in many different ways, but I like this. Get him going full speed in motion. He's already got all that speed built up. Hand him the football. He can chew up 5 yards in a hurry, get you those critical yards you need to put you in better situations.
Wants to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Topper.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yards after a catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Running it to the right. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now on first down from the 28. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Hauls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw. Got a wide open receiver. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This defense has to find a way to account for this tight end. He's working the middle of the field, and I don't know if that was a busted coverage, but there was nobody near him. That's just too simple.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hart. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the right. Got his man. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's looking to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Hilltoppers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for a pretty good job by the defense.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll immediately call timeout. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle, it's hard. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 6 over North Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Makes the grab. It's Durham. Ripping through the defense. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Sweet cut there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Finds a man on the left. Wide open space. Touchdown LSU! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the toss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. They knocked him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And the Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and forever, let's test his arm strength. Got it in the middle, it's Epps. He won't get there, it'll bring up fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulled and fired complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The give on the option. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Punch it out of the air. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quick completion on the out. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Final stand to the game, and we'll start with a first down. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Safe completion on the screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get 1 more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go?
Makes a grab past the marker. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You can punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 8 over Arkansas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The Hilltoppers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Trying play action. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. It's Hutchinson. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Somehow fits it into that traffic. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on fourth down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think
all out of space. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The sure hands, it's Sharp. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together, maybe go tie this game, maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They want to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. He had that one slimmed to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On third down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down 4 late. They have to convert on fourth down to keep hope alive. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it when this panicking ever really comes. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing.